Hello, welcome to Meditations with Michelle. So, if you're joining me today, you are probably looking for some answers. So, we're going to go into a meditation with a question or direction that we're wanting clarity on. So, if there's something going on, a situation that you just don't know how to handle or how to maneuver around it, this would be the meditation that you want to try. So if you're still with me and want to join me, I'm going to invite you to close your eyes. Take a deep breath. And just get comfortable and relax into the seat or the chair, whatever you're in. And let's just invite energies to start flowing through our body. I always imagine it coming from my head and circulating down to my toes. Just imagining becoming this open channel of energy. And get all your fidgeting out of the way now. Get nice and comfy so that way when the energies start flowing, you can start feeling. And sometimes I like to hold a crystal or something in my hand as I am channeling the energies through. Just imagine a white light energy coming in through your head and then working its way through every cell of your body, moving down your head, down your face, through your ears, down into your chin, and then into your neck, shoulders, and just move this white light all the way down through your arms, your elbows, your forearms, into your hands. Move it down your chest, your back, all the way down to your pelvic area. Move it down both of your legs, into your knees and your calves, your shins. And then finally move it down your ankles and down your feet. And then I like to imagine it either circling back up and coming back through my body, or I'll even ground it down into the earth, just kind of sending the earth some energy. So whichever you want to do, it's perfectly fine. So now I want you to think of that thing that is bothering you or that you're looking for clarity on, and just hold that in perspective. So imagine you can take that out of your brain and in like a little ball, and you can hold that perspective in your hand. Now, I want you to imagine placing that perspective down, so that ball is set down somewhere. And then I want you to take about 10 steps back from that perspective. So the problem, the thing that you're needing clarity, is now no longer inside you. It is now in the ball. And you are able to get a clear view of this from a distance. So see that ball. And now we're going to start introducing other energies. So in other words, I want to call on my guidance system. So I invite you to do the same. Now your guidance system is always available to you. You feel it every day when you feel a negative emotion. That is your guidance system telling you that what you're thinking at that moment does not align with what you desire. So I'm calling in on those guides, that larger part of me that knows what the answer is to that particular situation. And now I'm going to raise my vibration up a little bit. I want to go into clarity. I want to get into a space where I can actually see the answers. So I'm going to imagine just raising that up. So, however that works for you, whether you imagine an elevator bringing you up a couple of levels, whether you imagine it just going up, whether you imagine it beaming you up, however you imagine, it is the perfect thing. So now I'm really starting to feel the energies. I can feel my body rocking back and forth, which means that I'm right there with them. And I'm going to sit with my situation and ask and look for clarity. So I'm going to gaze upon that situation with ease, with openness, with no resistance, and just more in an observatory fashion. What needs to change? What do I need to do, if anything? And I'm just going to feel it. So I'm going to be quiet for a little bit. I'm going to focus on my breathing and allow the guides to give the answers so that way you can see what you need to see. So just sit with your ball and just watch it as it evolves or changes or shifts, and just feel what you feel that comes to you, all while breathing. So if I've started asking questions in my mind about my situation, just yes or no questions, and I'm actually getting very clear yes or no answers. So I invite you to do very similar things. If you have questions about your scenario that can be answered with a yes or a no, see it. And when I say I'm getting answers, I actually can visually see a yes. It's like a green with a yes. And the no's are like a red with a no in it. So I'm literally seeing the words spelled out. So feel free, if you're inspired, to ask questions in relation to your situation. You can ask as many questions as you need to in this moment. You can stay with this for as long as you want. And if you're staying here, I invite you to pause the video. That way you can stay for as long as you need, and then I can ground you after you're done. For those of you that have received your answers and that have received what you were coming from and coming for, I'm going to start bringing my energy frequencies back down. And I do that just by imagine roots growing from my feet into the ground, going wide and deep. And allowing my body to just relax, but yet become more stimulated and more aware of my surroundings. And I can just feel the energy, not that it's being drained from me necessarily. It's more like a shift. It's almost like going from fourth gear, which is really fast, down to like maybe first gear, which is slower. So I'm just shifting down, going down through the gears, and getting back to my normal vibrational frequency. And once you feel like you've reached that moment, feel free to open your eyes. Now you can come back to this meditation at any time, and now that you know what it's all about, you can also, like I said, press that pause button, because there are going to be times where you need more time to be in there. Or you can just stop the video at that point where you now know how to ground yourself and bring yourself back down. That's important because you have a shift in energies. So you want to bring those energies down to a more, I don't want to say normal frequency, but a more stable frequency. When you're up here, you're flying high and there's a lot of things coming at you, and it's very hard to operate in the world in that frequency all the time because it opens you up to so many different energies and you just are very aware of everything, so it comes all at you at once. Whereas when you're down here, you're able to kind of monitor that or kind of push that aside a little bit so it's not so intense. So hopefully that helps. Hopefully you receive the answers that you need. And I hope you guys have an amazing day today.